Tonight, our Pentagon correspondent is going to take a fascinating look into the future. When the budget battles really begin in Washington this season, the defense budget will certainly come into play, which is why the Army's vision of its future is so important. The Army will make the point that in this technological age, one way for the U.S. to maintain its edge is to really embrace what technology can do in the field. ABC's John McWethy has been on special assignment at Fort Hood in Texas.
Tanks are on the move. Smoke is being laid to disguise positions. Not all that different from the way it was done in World War II. But back at headquarters, the Army is trying to get a look at what it hopes will be the future.
1078-425.
There is still plenty of shouting.
Hang it up! Hang it up!
But now there is also massive computer power tied to satellites, which in turn are listening to coded signals from everything that moves on the battlefield. For the first time, a commander using a screen that looks like a video game can see where everything is every second, automatically knowing how much fuel each of his hundreds of tanks has, how much ammunition, and how far away resupply trucks are.
It has changed your frame of reference of how you make decisions, when you make decisions on the battlefield.
We get a better anticipatory look of where the enemy is, and then as we issue instructions, we can actually see a lot faster how people respond to them.
But it's not just commanders who have been given this new view of the battlefield. There are computers in every tank, every truck, every Humvee.
For us, at our level, the most important thing we get out of that is the map and the real-time feed of where everybody's at.
If you know where your troops are, you are less likely to shoot them by accident. In the fast-moving modern battlefield, fratricide or friendly fire is a huge problem. To tie in the infantry, the Army is putting computers in foxholes and strapping them to the backs of platoon leaders. This soldier can see the same computer maps through a tiny TV screen hung from his helmet. With a small TV camera on the other side of his helmet, he can send back pictures to headquarters.
If I'm out on an observation post, it allows me to, allows the commander to see exactly what I'm seeing instead of just verbally telling him.
But all the new gear weighs 60 pounds.
For the foot soldier, it's always a balance between what some scientist or technician thinks is a great new gadget for fighting a war and what a human being can physically carry. Hauling around too much gear can defeat a soldier just as quickly as the enemy can.
For the soldiers who know all this is still experimental, the equipment, despite its weight and occasional breakdowns, is selling itself.
Isn't the old way better?
No.
You don't want to go back?
No, sir. I mean, that'd be like going back to a tin can after using a cell phone.
The Army still has to prove it can manage all the new technology and find a way to pay for it. But for those who have used it, there is no doubt they are seeing the future. John McWethy, ABC News, Fort Hood, Texas.
There have been 90 different technological advances tested in Texas. Next month, the final exam, the biggest ever war games using all this new hardware that take place in California, and we will be there. What?